with some technical difficulties, we are going to kick off soccer season.
We made it.
Intro happened. There's no other way to do it. Football's over, so something had to be sad. So it's our introduction. So we're going to talk about football.
Will that be our
instead,
introduction every episode between now and the end of August?
It should. It should. Honestly, we killed it last year. Doing some soccer bets. We're excited to bring that back this year. Haven't done as many in the first half of the season. We are in full swing for the second half. Maybe the last third of the season here. And really excited to bring some soccer bets your way. We're all soccer fans. Stefan, though, being the resident Europeans, the biggest. I know, Mike, though, you have some picks for us today as well. Excited for this weekend. We have a lot of league play happening. We're going to run through the English Championship up to the Premier League, and we will talk about the Bundesliga and La Liga while we're at it with a number of picks for you. What game are y'all most excited about, though?
I mean, for me, I'm a bit of a deviant. I'm really looking forward to the Bundesliga matchup. We've got Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich, number 1 versus number 2. So it's a top of the table clash. The only reason it's not super exciting is there's still 9 points already between them. They are kind of running away with it. So that's a bit of a disappointment. We have a really tight Serie A final over in Italy, and we have Juventus playing Inter Milan this week, number 2 versus number 5. We do have a play on that game. That's a big one too, because the Scudetto is in reach for all these teams right here. Inter Milan, especially with a win here, can really put themselves in a pretty good spot to chase down that trophy.
I'm going to go with Arsenal Leicester because that's the only game that I have a play on. And
Let's go.
Severely disengaged with soccer this year. So it's time to get back in heavy. And that's the one game I have a play on. So it's the only game I'm really psyched about right now.
Same. I pretty much pay attention to Liverpool up until this point in the year. Then I start paying attention to all of it. Thanks to Stefan. Luckily, Liverpool with the win against Everton in the Merseyside derby yesterday actually. So had a nice little midweek EPL going on. We're going to start in the English Championship, though. For those of you who don't know, maybe new to this, since we're kicking off our soccer betting, the Championship is one tier below the Premier League. So these are teams who you probably will see go up and down from the Premier League at times. And so with the promotion relegation system, the Championship is right below the Premier League. We're going to start, Stefan. You have a pick for the Luton Town versus Sheffield Wednesday, which is one of my favorite Ted Lasso jokes. We're playing a Sheffield Wednesday game on Saturday this week.
I have bad news for you. I'm actually taking Sheffield United in this one.
Sheffield Wednesday was our pick here.
No, but Luton Town's an interesting story because they were in the Premier League last year. Like you mentioned, like you teased, they were relegated down. Well, they are in this rare spot where they could do the double drop. They're in danger of relegation from the Championship, so they could be going down to League One here. It's a really weird system. Watch Welcome to Wrexham. They explain it really well, the whole system in England with the relegation and all that stuff. Anyway, Luton Town have not scored a goal in their last 3 matches. They have not won, obviously, in a long time. Sheffield United, however, have won 5 of their last 6. So I like this 2 different ways. I kind of want you guys to break the tie for me. Having heard what I just said, Sheffield United playing well. They're scoring a lot of goals. Luton impossibly bad right now. Haven't scored in 3, like I said. So here are my options. We can either do Sheffield United on the double chance and under 2.5 total goals. So that means, for those of you new to soccer, the double chance means you're betting them to either win or tie. Basically, you're betting them to not lose. So we're going to take Sheffield United on the double chance and less than 3 goals. We get that at minus 125. Or we can just straight up take Sheffield United on the road as a road dog at plus 130 on the money line. What do you guys think?
I like Sheffield. I like plus money. I'm on Sheffield if Luton's really that bad.
They're that bad.
I haven't been paying attention. You have to tell me. If they're that bad, give me plus money road favorite in the better team on a team that's probably losing hope in the relegation battle at this point in the season.
I
Yeah,
could see.
I like it. It's, we might as well kick our soccer season off with a bang here, and let's come up with some plus money, man.
All right. I'm going to play both of them because Luton Town, like, I could see this being like a gross 0-0 or maybe a 1-1, just a scrappy game because, like, Luton Town does have a lot of the same players they had last year when they were in the Premier League. So I just get a little bit nervous. But you're right. Let's go with the plus money. We'll go Sheffield United plus 130 on the road.
Awesome. Love it to kick us off. Stefan, we're going to have you keep rolling, though. Y'all do have some games that overlap here because, Steve, you have the most picks. Let's go up. Let's move it on up to the Premier League. Let's talk about the Southampton and Bournemouth match.
Yeah, so Southampton is going to be playing in the championship next year. I actually checked the odds before the show. If you can bet like futures, like who's going to drop down to the championship, who's going to relegate. And if you want to bet Southampton is like minus 5,000, like they're going down. Like they are the worst team that there is. And they're playing a Bournemouth side that is really, really good. Bournemouth was on a tear. They lost to Liverpool 2-0. But before that, they had not lost a game since Thanksgiving, my friend. Since Thanksgiving, that was a long ass time ago. That feels like, dude, I've got glasses since then. My hair's turned grayer. Like,
yep.
Thanksgiving was a long fucking time ago. So Bournemouth is really good. They've got this kid, Justin Kluivert, son of Patrick Kluivert, who was an idol of mine growing up as a Dutch soccer fan. He's on a tear. He plays like 10 position. They were just crushing everyone. So give me Bournemouth on the money line and over 1.5 goals in the match. We get that at minus 145. You can also get Bournemouth -1 at minus 110 if you like. That essentially means if they win, you push. If they win by multiple goals, you win. I like both those plays. Yeah. I'm going to play it both ways. But for the show, we're going to go money line and over 1.5 goals.
Yeah, and I've made money on Stefan's parlays here with the money line and over on the goals. Those are some of my favorite bets to make and follow you on. Let's keep it moving. Both of you have plays. We're going to stay in the English Premier League here before we wrap it up with one more after this, which is the Leicester at Arsenal. Was this game in London? Like, is this game
Leicester's home.
Leicester's home.
That's a good thing to bring up because in US, it's road at home. In soccer, it's the home team first. So when you see Leicester v Arsenal, Leicester's the home team. Yep. So they always list the home team first. That's a really important thing to realize when betting soccer.
We got Leicester at home, who's struggling against an Arsenal team looking to continue some success, right? Or are they kind of in their bounce back? Yeah, from what I've been paying attention. They're looking to continue some success. I know Leicester is kind of on the struggle bus right now. So why don't y'all talk to us about your Leicester Arsenal picks and what bets you have here?
Kick us off.
Yeah, I've got this as part of a parlay. So I'm just going Arsenal money line. You know, they are a much better squad than Leicester. They should take care of business pretty easily. However, in the midweek, Kai Havertz, our striker. Yes, I'm a Liverpool Arsenal fan. Jesus Christ. I've got a Dennis Bergkamp jersey right behind me here. Love Arsenal. We just lost Kai Havertz, our striker, after not signing anyone in the transfer window in January, like all of us Arsenal fans were screaming for. So I'm really nervous that with all Saka is out, Martinelli is out, Gabriel Jesus is out, now Kai Havertz is out. We are going to be relying on a strong defense. And, Trossard, who's a scrappy guy, and some youngsters in Winari. Odegaard, of course, is back and healthy, so that helps. So I do think we win. I think Arsenal gets the win. I'm just a little nervous on how we get there. But every game for Arsenal is must win because, yes, Liverpool dropped a couple points versus Everton, but they're still 7 points clear. So we have a lot of work to do if we want this Premier League chase to be anything kind of interesting. So we need Arsenal to win for entertainment purposes, and that's how I'm going to play it. How about you, Mike? I know you have a play on this one.
Yeah, I've also got a little same game parlay here, and I'm going with Arsenal to win the first half and also score over 1.5 goals in the game. getting it at -110. I'm with you. The especially the front line is really banged up, but the midline seems to really be holding strong right now. And Leicester has been, and they've just been real bad.
Yeah.
They've only won one game in their last 6, and in that time they only scored 3 goals. And you're just gonna have to score more points to beat Arsenal right now. So I think Arsenal will hold strong. I think they're just a better team, even with the death pieces. I think they're a significantly better team, and they are a very strong first half team. Scoring 12 goals in the first 45 while only giving up 2. So it's I think the game script really lines up well for that. So that is my only play for the weekend.
No, I do like that because you really just need them to get a goal in each half, and you're good. If they get 2 in the first, you're good. They do go off to the strong starts, and even with Kai Havertz out, so many of their goals come off set pieces, and he's not usually. I mean, he is often involved in there, but it's oftentimes those defenders that are knocking those headers in on those corners. So you can still get those early goals. I like it, Mikey. I'm just an Arsenal fan, so it's it's the hope that kills you. So I don't often back my Gunners.
And then Stefan, did you talk about your Villa versus your Ipswich?
So I said I have the Arsenal money line as part of a parlay. The other part of that is Aston Villa on the money line versus Ipswich. Aston Villa is a very good team. They have brought in some very talented players. Daniel Malen being one of them, coming over from Borussia Dortmund. He's one of the starting wingers for the Netherlands. He's awesome, and now he's getting more and more minutes with the team. Villa was great last year, and they continue to build upon that after a rough start to the season. But Ipswich is not very good, and Aston Villa is at home as well. So in Villa Park, I think this one. You know what? Unless Arsenal just fucking shit the bed and give up like a late goal, I do not understand how this parlay of Arsenal and Villa, I don't see how this doesn't hit. And at -119, you know what? I'm willing to risk the mortgage on this one, fellas.
It's always the most sure ones. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's bet the kids' college tuition on a parlay. What could go wrong?
I'd like to point out that a minute ago you said right winger, and I thought you said he's the right wiener. And
you know what?
Really excited for a minute.
Yeah,
I saw that too. All right. We have our final Premier League game with West Ham versus Brentford.
Speaking of wieners, let's talk about some ham.
The second best fan song in the Premier League with Forever Blowing Bubbles is West Ham. The first is obviously You'll Never Walk Alone, but West Ham, I can't get over their bubbles. And if you're not a soccer fan and you need something fun to watch, go watch a West Ham intro and watch all the fans blow bubbles as they sing a song. Anyways, what's your West Ham?
It's truly a great environment. West Ham plays Brentford. Both of these teams are kind of mid-table, kind of underperforming from where a lot of pundits kind of thought they'd be at the beginning of the season. They both struggled with injury. Somerville is coming back for West Ham. They have Kudus. They've got Bowen. They've got a lot of really talented players. Brentford is also really, really strong offensively and within Wemo and others. I think this game kind of shoots out a little bit. You have to pay a lot of money for even over 3.5. The juice is pretty heavy. So what I decided to do is I'm going to do a little same game parlay, and you'll see a lot of this with me in soccer, because in soccer, I just think there's a lot of correlated plays that we can get to. So we're going to go both teams to score, or as you'll see it on the screen later, BTTS, and over 2.5 goals. So we need 3 goals, and we need both teams to get one. So 2-1, and anything above gets us there. So I like this one a lot. I don't know who's going to win this game. I really like West Ham, but they continue to disappoint me. So I thought this was the best way to attack this one.
Love it.
This is low key my favorite game because the Arsenal game's at like 5:30 in the morning, so there's no fucking way. Even as an Arsenal fan, and if it's on Peacock, like it's hard to anyway.
Yeah, I'm not getting up for 5:30 games. I don't care how much you like soccer.
Yeah,
I used to show up for those for Liverpool. Not anymore.
It's the only time East Coast timing makes sense.
Yeah, right. East Coasters, good for you. All right, let's move to the Bundesliga. You have a player prop for us in an English player, however.
That's right. So the leading scorer in all of German soccer is, of course, none other than Englishman Harry Kane. He has scored 21 goals in 19 matches. They play against the number 2 side in the league. If Bayern are able to get a win here, they are going to pretty much have the title locked up already, which is a very nice thing to have when you're wanting to pursue Champions League and also like the German Cup. So they have everything to play for. Being able to rest players in league play is amazing for them. So going out, getting this win is crucial. I think Harry Kane can score a goal in this one. He averages, like I said, more than a goal a game. This is a huge one. I expect this one, like good German football, to shoot out a little bit. Harry Kane to score a goal at plus 115 just seems like the wrong number. To me, this should be like minus 140. Mo Salah, for example, for Liverpool this weekend is minus 200 to score a goal.
Yeah,
and you can get Harry Kane at plus 115. So I really like this one a lot.
Yep, absolutely. All right, last but not least, we're heading over to La Liga for our Sunday matchups, or at least one of these games is on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Stefan, this is quite the complicated line you have here. So why don't you break it down and simplify it for us of what's happening with this pick?
We're going to do another parlay here. We're going to take Atletico Madrid on the money line, parlayed with Inter Milan on the double chance. Inter Milan play Juventus. They're going up to Torino to play the old lady. Juventus is very good. They're 5th in the league. They have a really strong defense. However, Inter Milan is better. They're 2nd in the league. They have players that you've heard of like Pavard, Frattesi, Barella, Lautaro Martinez, Thuram, my boy Denzel Dumfries, Stefan de Vrij. They're a stacked team. They're very, very good. We're going to just take them to not lose on the road. I think that's pretty goddamn safe. So we're going to go that, and we're going to parlay that. That's the Sunday game, by the way. We're going to parlay that with Atletico Madrid, the number 2 team in Spain, on the money line, hosting Celta Vigo. Atletico Madrid has only allowed 15 goals in 23 matches, and they're playing a team that struggles to score goals. So I see that I'll probably also just bet this Atletico Madrid to win to 0. But for the sake of the parlay, we're just going to take Atletico Madrid on the money line with Inter Milan on the double chance. And if you want to do a Julian Alvarez goal for Atletico Madrid at plus 120, I don't hate that either.
Yeah, that's not terrible. All right. Well, we have a number of games to run down. Excited to bring this to you all. If you haven't followed us on YouTube or on any of the socials, go ahead and do that. Definitely download the podcast, hit all the like, subscribe, all the good buttons. For us, we're going to run this down from the top. Stefan, why don't you start us? And Mike, you can give us your pick for the weekend.
All right, we're going to start with a parlay. Arsenal on the money line and Aston Villa on the money line at minus 119. Bet everything you can. No, just 1 unit plays. 1 unit plays. We're going to take West Ham versus Brentford, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals in the game. We're also going to go ahead and take Bournemouth on the money line and over 1.5 goals at minus 145. We're going to take Sheffield United in the championship on the double chance and under 2.5 goals in that game. Heading over to Germany, we're going to take Harry Kane to score a goal in the Bayern Leverkusen game at plus 115. And then finally, I have another parlay for you. We're going to take Atletico Madrid on the money line, parlayed with Inter Milan on the double chance. Over to you, Mike.
I'm going to the Arsenal-Leicester game. Give me Arsenal first half money line and team total over 1.5 goals at minus 110.
Love it. I'll be tailing all of these picks. You should too. Excited to make some money on soccer. We're going to give you a little bit of a weekend show coming up in the next 24 hours for you. So keep an eye out for that. We'll have some other sports picks for you. Now that football is over, we got you covered. We will talk to y'all later.